Hey, it's Ed here. I want to talk about how addiction and trauma, abuse, neglect, all of that affects our brain. And for me, I always have to simplify things. I have to break it down to something that I can visualize and put my hands on to understand it. And so as we grow up and even through our adulthood, we're recording memories. We're storing those memories, those experiences, those feelings, those emotions, smells, sounds, everything that happens in our life gets recorded. And we can easily be triggered by a sound, a sight, a memory, even a smell. You smell something, it takes you right back to that moment. You hear something, it might be a song. There's probably a song that when you were 15 years old or 20 years old, that something significant happened in your life and you hear that song and instantly you're right back to that moment in time. So the same thing happens with all the bad things that happen in our lives, whether it's mom and dad fighting, dad abusing mom, or mom abusing dad. That does happen. Maybe even worse. What if it was molestation? What if it was your uncle who molested you? Imagine the memory that is stored about that situation. And so I liken it to our VHS library. We have this library of tapes that we pull from, and every time something happens in our life that is triggers that experience, like that song, but these are the bad things that happen in our life, we pull that tape and we replay it. What if it was something that your parents said you're worthless, your teacher said you're worthless, you were told you were stupid? Imagine what is happening to our teens now on social media. Social media, they're getting bullied and they have to get all those likes to feel good. Why do you think that is? So imagine if something happened in your life and you pull that videotape and you put it in the VCR, which is your memory, and you're replaying that event that happened in your life. That's what happens in our brain. And every time we experience those emotions, we pull that tape. And what we need to do is get rid of those tapes. We need to shred it, pull that tape right out of the plastic cartridge and replace it with a new memory. Put something in its place, recreate our lives, rebuild our lives, renew our thinking. And until we stop replaying those old tapes, we're going to continue to redo in the old habits, replay those old feelings. And an addict comes out of rehab and they go right back on the street and start doing the same thing. And we all wonder, why? You just spent 30 days in rehab getting treatment. You're fixed. No, you're not fixed because you haven't replaced all of those old tapes. So until we replace those old tapes, until our treatment is long enough to replace all of those tapes, those trauma, abuse, neglect, molestation, we're going to continue to pull those tapes and replay them. So we need to have treatment that does that. But it's up to us to replace them with good memories. Thanks.